Não se envolva, porque isso aqui não é brincadeira. Nós tem pra falar que vai morrer polícia se vir tentar peitar nós.
How many people have you killed?
Uns.
This is me with one of Brazil's most wanted gangsters in the largest favela in the world. Welcome to Rocinha. Through the course of 2 days, I was able to get access to one of Rio's largest gangs, Commando Vermelho, and befriend a few of their soldiers who are so dangerous they cannot even leave the favela. Lots of strange things happened to find myself on top of Brazil's largest favela in a destroyed house interviewing gang members of one of the largest gangs in Brazil. To be let into the favela, I met with our first tour guide at the bottom to learn the inner workings of the favela, and you guys will be shocked to see how this turns out in the end. Yeah, we got our guide right here.
What's up, brother? How
We're going
you?
in. What can we expect to see today here inside of the
You're gonna
favela?
see the best part of Rocinha, definitely. Here people are so cheerful, people are kind. I'm sure you're gonna have a great time, man.
Inside these favelas, it says on the news and stuff that police can't go in, or like these are separate economies outside of regulated
Safer
economies.
than outside, man. Safer. Safer because here in favela people don't rob because people respect the rules of the favela. So here we are safer than outside.
Really, what are the rules of the favela?
You cannot rob, you cannot abuse child, you cannot beat your wife, you know, like this kind of things. Yeah.
When people talk about favelas, they say it's like the most dangerous places in Brazil, though, like with gangs and trafficking. and...
all the favelas in Rio have gangsters. This is not something new.
So what are the dangers of the favela then?
I mean, you cannot make videos of gangsters, you know, definitely not.
I knew that Fernando was not going to be the contact to get us to the gangsters, especially when he said this when we were messaging beforehand.
Bro, to be quite honest with you, there is no way you can film the gangsters, otherwise you will be in trouble. You're gonna see the guys holding guns and everything, selling drugs, but this area you cannot make videos.
However, I knew I needed a guide to enter in because as soon as you enter the favela, you're accounted for by the gangs. Tourism is also a part of the gang's economy. So these people right here, they don't pay taxes to the government, they pay taxes to the gangs.
Yeah,
The government essentially has no control over the favela.
they don't.
What would happen if the police did show up to the favelas though?
They don't do anything, they get paid off by the gangsters.
We're heading up to the top of the
5
favela
minutes.
right now. In order to get up to the top, you have to take a moto taxi. Look, all these moto taxis right here are all waiting to take people up to the top. They say in the favelas you can get the best viewpoints in all of the city because of how high these are. It's interesting because typically, if you're living on the hill, that's a location where the rich people would live inside the United States. But here in the favela, I guess but here in Brazil, I guess it's a little bit different. Oh. Oh my gosh, we got oncoming traffic coming right here. Boom, we're out. Now you have probably one of the best lookout spots in all of Rio here inside this favela. You can see the Christ the Redeemer statue. What's life like here in the favela? Como é a vida aqui na favela?
Aqui é tranquilo, é boa, é de boa.
The higher you go up here in the favelas, is there more gang control the higher up, or is it just like...
They're all over. All over. What? I mean, you mean like the gangsters? They are all over the favela. Yeah. They take control of the whole area.
How did these communities start here inside of Brazil?
This favela started in 1960. So basically many people from the north of Brazil were coming to get new opportunities of job because on the north of Brazil it's hard to get a good job and raise family. So I would say that 70% of the favela are people that came from the north of Brazil. So they started there living, the farming, working. The favela was a farming of coffee, you know, when it started. So many people from the north were coming and working and raising their family. That's why you see a lot of mixed people inside the favela.
Do people here pay taxes, or are they accounted for from the government, or how does that work?
They pay tax for the gangsters.
So they don't pay taxes to the government, they pay taxes to the gangsters?
Yeah. Inside the favela, like if you have like a local business, you gotta give a quantity for the gangsters. Me as a tour guide, I pay a tax for both of you inside the favela, the local tax.
Really?
Yeah.
So just to bring
if
us
I
in
don't
here.
pay, I cannot work.
So just to bring us in here today, you had to pay gangsters?
Yeah.
We then headed up to a social project to see what life is like for some of the kids inside these favelas, and then to see the favela from the top. Wow, you can see it clear right here.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Whoa.
It's massive, right?
How many people are actually living in the favela? On the internet it says 70 to 100,000. How many people do you think actually live here?
I think around approximately like 200,000 people, approximately. People who live in the other side of the favela, right there, the houses you see close to the mountain, to get there on top, people have to walk. There is no streets where the cars, the motor can go inside, you know. So you see there, written street one, a guy getting out and a woman going in.
Yeah.
So this area there is where people start to walk all the way up. So only stairs inside, no streets.
How easy is it for kids to get into the trafficking of drugs? and whatnot?
It's really easy actually. I mean, the guys, they are not going door to door recruiting anyone, but these guys, they have a lot of influence in the favela, like in the music, in many aspects of life in here, because you grow up seeing this kind of things, you know. You grow up seeing lots of guns. You grow up seeing people doing drugs all the time. So it's really easy, and they have this brainwashing through music. So it's really easy to get a teenager and get them involved in this kind of life. So it's really dangerous to raise a family inside the favela.
So far, there were no signs of gangs, but that was about to change. You see, gangs here in Rio aren't like gangs in other cities. It's a part of everyday life for the people here. In fact, on Brazil's news, you have forecasts not just for the weather, but to see what gangs are in control of which area as they continue to battle for territory. I'll explain more about the gangs in a little bit, but now it was time for me to see these gangs in real life. To go deeper inside the favela, you have to go through these little alleyways in order to get more inside. We're going inside this alleyway right now. Here we go, Fernando.
Sorry, Nick, from here you cannot make video.
Why can't we film inside these?
Because of the gangsters, unfortunately.
The gangs are inside of these alleyways.
You cannot film and make videos or photo.
So we gotta take the camera down in order to go deeper inside, but I'll be bringing it back out in just a moment. Can I film in here?
No, never.
No?
Never.
How come?
Don't put me in trouble, bro, please.
Oh, okay.
There are a lot of gangsters. And don't do that. Otherwise, they will take you to the top of the favela and they will stay there.
Really?
Yes.
As we were walking in the alleyway, we came across two gang members with tables just like these, selling everything illegal you could think of in the middle of this alleyway. We made it out of the alleyway and headed into one of the homes. All right, now we're going inside of one of the houses here. Can I fly my drone here?
No, here in the favela, bro. Pay attention. Nobody can bring their own drone and make a film. We have the guys here that work inside this place doing the video drones.
Oh,
They are
okay.
hired by the gangsters. It's everything. It's like controlled.
Okay, at the beginning of this video you said it's not dangerous here, there's not too much gangsters, but...
No, it's not that it's dangerous. You cannot bring your own drone and make a video drone by yourself.
Yeah, just everything's controlled by the gangsters.
Exactly.
Even though I can film in certain places here inside the favela, the gangs still control quite literally every aspect of life here inside the favela. For instance, just to come in here, our guy had to pay the gangs just to let us in, and for to go to certain spots, he also had to pay gangs. And then if I want to fly a drone, I'd have to pay a gang member. Certain alleyways I can't film in because I'd have to pay a gang member, or I'd put the gangs at risk of showing what they're actually doing. In a sense, the gangs extort and control every aspect of life here inside of this favela. These gangs, like for instance, this alleyway right here,
Yep.
between this building right here and that building right there, there's an alleyway. You can't even realize that there's an alleyway there just by looking at it, but there's an alleyway. Inside of there, there's gangsters. What are they doing that's so illegal that makes it so you can't film inside these alleyways?
Sometimes they are selling drugs. Most of the times there is a place where they sell drugs, the table full of drugs. Sometimes they make security. Yeah, it's a routine of the gangsters.
What's the main drug here?
Weed. Weed and coke.
I learned something interesting in Portuguese.
Yeah.
Pão means bread and pau means dick. Eu não gosto pau. Fernando gosta pau.
I go fuckers. I'm gay, man. If you haven't noticed, just...
Oh yeah. We're in a different alleyway now. For some reason we can film inside this one, but the other one we couldn't because of the gangs.
Deixa eu ver se eu tenho algum trocadinho aqui pra dar pra vocês. Let them pass, don't film them.
One. We moved inside of another alleyway, pulling the camera out now because I want to show you guys how crazy these alleyways are. I mean, just so much is going on inside of this one frame right here. You have literally hundreds of wires coming from this side, people coming down right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 houses just behind me in this shot alone. And these alleyways just get smaller and smaller as you continue to go through. How many people live right here?
In this alleyway, oh my God, hard to say, but more than 300, probably 500, only in this alleyway, because there are families inside of each room, you know.
It's cool, we're just walking outside, just a soccer court. Out of the houses appears. Gosta futebol? Ronaldo or Messi?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
E Neymar or Ronaldo?
Neymar.
With how powerful the gangs are here inside of these favelas, do a lot of kids start wanting to become football players and then eventually make their way into the gang life?
Absolutely, absolutely. This is the sad part of the favela, because sometimes they don't have the support of the parents. They be on the streets, and the only way to get money is becoming a gangster.
Funk music here in Brazil is very popular as well. You just start clapping and they start singing. Prestos?
Hoje é papo de sumiço, na zona leste tá propício. Hoje é dia difícil encontrar uma menina que não trabalha no job. Toda viciada em sentar, pedindo pizza pros caras que é bigode.
So much going on here. Lose my breath playing football out here. Between hiking up these favelas, playing soccer, I've lost my breath. I think I need some Coca-Cola. And now let's keep moving along here. Gosta morar na favela?
Sim, muito bom.
What's your favorite part of living in the favela?
Meus amigos e o futebol naquela quadra que você foi.
Get whatever you want. Compra o que quiere. All right, he's gonna get some Doritos. Oh, he's loading up. This kid's loading up. He sees the opportunity and he's taking it. He's getting some Doritos, some king-size chocolate bars. Okay, another king-size chocolate bar.
Uma coca.
Mira todo.
Sim.
Look, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Muita coisa. Amigo, muito bom.
Our time with our guide was over and we didn't meet any gangsters. However, we acquired a lot of knowledge about the inner workings of the favela. And because we had already paid our tax for being inside the favela, I messaged a favela rapper to meet with to take us deep inside of the favela. So we're going back up with this guy right now. We're heading back up to the top of the favelas to go to one of their studios. And just like that, we were making our way back up to the top of the favela. One of the gang members was spotted, and we had to take down the camera. Oh, okay, no film. We made it into the rapper's studio, and if you want to see more about the life of favela rappers, subscribe to the channel for an upcoming video with Brazil's most famous funk rappers. And I knew we were in a different territory when I asked a kid if he'd rather be a rapper or a football player, and this is what he said. Are there more kids that want to become MACs or football players now with the rise of funk music here in the favelas?
Pô, aí é difícil. Porque é muita coisa. Muitas crianças querem ser muita coisa. Que é uns que quer como, né? Quer ser bandido, quer ser do crime. Para o bagulho. Mas não. Tem alguns menorzinhos que é assim. E tem alguns menores também que sonham também ser jogador de futebol. Ser YouTube, que nem vocês. Para o bagulho.
Agora, onde vamos? Boa tarde. As soon as we turn this corner, we are met with one of the favela's soldiers who was protecting and selling drugs at one of the tables that looked just like this. I spoke with him. I said, hey man, I really just want to get a photo so I can put it in my video to show people that the gangs are real here inside the favela. He got a little upset. However, after a few minutes of talking, I was able to convince him, and all of a sudden, next thing I knew is he grabbed my phone and took these photos. And me and this gangster after shook hands, dapped each other up, and I thought this would be the end of this video. As the sun went down and we awaited for the gangster's text, we tried some Brazilian food, enjoyed the locals' talents, gave away some money, and bought some kids a new football, and their reaction was priceless.
Pai, novo futebol. Novo futebol. Fala obrigado, fala obrigado. Dólar.
Let's go, we got the new football.
Dá abraço no cara, irmão. Pede obrigado.
Obrigadão, tio. Muito obrigado, tio.
Muito obrigado.
Nota 50 reais.
De nada, de nada, de
50
nada.
reais. Muito obrigado.
Sim.
Muito obrigado. Ele trocou da moeda.
Te amo, te amo.
Te amo também.
Também. Para vocês também.
Ai, deixou vocês fortão, hein?
Oh, man. We're on the moto taxi now. We're headed up to an area in the top of this favela where this guy's at. It's a discreet location. He's one of the most wanted gangsters here inside this favela. In fact, he's so wanted that his face is known. He cannot even leave the favela because there's facial recognition cameras inside of Rio de Janiero. So if you were to leave the favela, he'd get taken to prison automatically because of the facial recognition. So we're going to meet with him now. We've been talking. We've created some sort of friendship over the past 2 days. I met him the first day, met him while we were alive, and now we talked to him, and now we're gonna go meet. And now we got his phone number. We're gonna go meet with him. This is where we're gonna do the interview. We're going down into some unfinished, abandoned house right now. We're going down the stairway. It's a abandoned spot or underneath construction right now, but they're getting set up right now. The gangsters are, and these are some of the most dangerous people in all of this favela. All right, he's coming in. How are you doing? Como está? Como está?
Muito bem.
Muito bem.
Aqui no Rio de Janeiro nós não tem trégua pra polícia. Polícia aqui não tem vez, é fogo na polícia, entendeu? Aqui não tem trégua. O tráfico aqui no Rio de Janeiro, nós não aceita a polícia vir tentar tomar conta do nosso, entendeu? Poder bélico, que é muito fogo na polícia. Aqui não tem papo, entendeu? Aqui eu tô com um M45, entendeu? Antiaéreo, muito fogo na polícia, entendeu? Não há trégua. Você dá uma olhada que você vai ver que aqui não tem trégua.
Oh, wow, this is heavy.
É, aqui, entendeu? Não há paz.
Sim.
Paz para a polícia, fogo. Não há paz para a polícia e nem para bandido, entendeu?
And how often
Muita
do you have to use
liberdade,
these guns?
entendeu? Aqui nós não aceita a polícia vir tomar conta da nossa comunidade, entendeu? Não gosto dela polícia fogo, morte, entendeu?
And what's your main purpose here inside of the favela?
Botar dinheiro, cuidar da minha família, entendeu? E seguir a rixa que tem a doutrina, entendeu? Da nossa facção. Aqui a nossa facção não, entendeu? Não aceita trégua pra polícia, nem pra alemão. É fogo e dinheiro no bolso, entendeu?
How many people have you killed?
Uns 30. Não há trégua pra muitos. Havia muitos corpos por aí que havia mortos. É tudo nós que matamos e até mesmo e tamo aí, entendeu?
And would you guys say you're an enemy to the people of the favela, or would you say you protect the favela?
Não se envolve no crime, porque o crime é tudo uma ilusão. Você tem que ter cabeça para poder viver nessa vida, porque essa vida não é brincadeira, entendeu? Essa vida não é brincadeira, achar que vai entrar, segurar e pronto. Não é assim, entendeu? Essa vida é muito arisco, muita vibração, entendeu? Muita vibração onde nós tem que estar, até mesmo isso é muito valioso, entendeu? Se nós não tiver muita vibração na nossa vida, nós morre, então nós tem que vibrar. E para as criançadas de hoje em dia, não se envolva, porque isso aqui não é brincadeira. Isso aqui não é brincadeira.
And will both of you live and die here inside this favela, or will do you guys ever want to leave the favela?
Sim, matamos e morremos pela nossa facção. Somos uma família, um corpo só. Uma facção criminosa organizada, preparada e capacitada para qualquer tipo de coisa.
What's the main business inside the favela?
Defendemos nossa favela, nossas crianças, nossa família, nossa rapaziada. Somos todas famílias.
And do you guys recruit kids, or do kids come to you to become part of the gangs?
Não recrutamos criança. Queremos paz para nossas crianças, estudo, infância, coisas melhores.
What do you hope to accomplish in your lifetime?
Eu espero um dia viver tranquilo com minha família, ter condição, entendeu? Poder andar tranquilo, curtir minha família, sem ter preocupação com nada, entendeu? E é só isso.
Anything else you guys would like to say? Wait, I don't know if they're coming back on or not. Anything else you'd like to say?
Nós tem pra falar que vai morrer polícia e se vir tentar peitar nós. Tantão.
How often do police show up into the favela?
No, se ele aparecer, ele sabe que ele morre.
And what's stopping them from killing me right now?
Não, no. Aqui nós não trabalhamos dessa forma. Não trabalhamos dessa forma aqui. Vocês é nossos amigos, não há mal para nós. Não tem mal, então não tem um porquê você, entendeu?
Obrigado.
Você é nosso amigo. Aqui a nossa guerra é com polícia e com alemão, outra facção, ou até mesmo quem tentar contra a nossa vida. Vocês não estão tentando contra a nossa vida. A guerra não é contigo, não é com ele. A guerra é contra o Estado fálido no Brasil. A guerra contra o Estado.
Or what has the government done to you guys that makes you want to be at war with them?
Governo fálido. Família sofrendo. Muitos precisando. E eles não ajudam, quem ajuda somos nós. Nós somos verdadeiros heróis de dentro da comunidade.
And do you have any message for the outside world?
Siga essa dica. O crime não é para todos, nem para muitos. Era só para quem está capacitado e preparado, entendeu?
And what did you want to be when you were younger?
Eu queria ser jogador de futebol. E infelizmente não tive essa oportunidade que meu pai morreu na minha frente. Então foi onde eu vim seguindo esse caminho. E o que matou meu pai eu matei também.
Wow, so how old were you when you killed your first person?
Eu, 14.
And do you feel remorse when you kill people now?
No. Nenhum.
When's the last time you killed somebody?
Se deixar ainda mato mais.
Okay, muito obrigado, muito obrigado. Gracias, obrigado. Oh, thank you. Here, we got the gun right here. This is crazy, this thing is heavy. What kind of gun is this?
556.
How do you guys get guns here inside these favelas? These are like military guns.
Na mão da própria deles mesmo, do governo.
Oh, so when the police come in here, or government comes in, they steal the guns. Wow. This thing is heavy, and I'm thankful that we're hopefully going to make it out alive. We haven't finished the interview yet. We haven't left the favela. Thank you very much. Muito obrigado. We dapped each other up one last time. I took a look at what could have been my fate and took the next moto taxis down the favela. We successfully interviewed the most dangerous man in all the favela. So dangerous, he cannot leave. He's killed over 30 people, he just revealed in that interview. Now on the motor taxi, making our way down to the very bottom. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead, subscribe, give this video a like. More content coming from Brazil, more content coming from across the world. This is Nick, and I'll see you guys next video.